What if everything we believed about Meghan Markle was only scratching the surface? What if her polished royal persona is concealing a past so extraordinary, so hidden, that even her closest friends would be left in disbelief? Before the royal titles, the fairytale wedding, and the Netflix contracts, Meghan was someone completely different. And if you believe what some insiders say, the real Meghan Markle is someone you'd never imagine sharing a room, let alone a royal spotlight, with the Queen. That is, unless you picture her as the ultimate party girl, the one who always knows where to find the wildest nights and the best party favors. Trevor Engelson, her ex-husband, holds stories that could drop jaws and shake the royal image to its core. And no, this isn't about cringy love letters or run-ins at coffee shops. We're talking wild nights in Toronto, the kind that don't make it into royal biographies. These were events so risky, insiders claim they could have torpedoed Meghan's royal future before it ever took off. Imagine being a social butterfly, the kind who floats through the scene without leaving a trace, unless you count the trail of wild rumors left behind. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this the real Meghan? Or is there still a side of her none of us have seen? Stick around, because what comes next might just make you question everything you thought you knew. Picture Toronto, 2016. Before the royal titles and drama, Meghan Markle was living it up, throwing exclusive parties and mingling with the city's elite, all under the radar. Now, imagine one wild night so risky, insiders say it could have derailed her future. Yet, there's no public record, no headlines, no police reports. Almost like someone made sure it stayed secret. That night gave the city's who's who a glimpse of the real Meghan, far from the polished royal image we know. She was hosting private, high-energy parties that could have blown her royal chances wide open. Big risks, big secrets. Before the royal spotlight, Meghan had another gig, party planner extraordinaire. And no, not your typical tea parties. Sources say she was behind some of Toronto's most exclusive, and let's just say, wild, events. She wasn't just showing up. She was running the show. Not booking venues or caterers, but making sure guests' other needs were met, and secrets stayed locked tight. What's Meghan really hiding from her past? Think high-end socials, a bit of excess, and ultra-selective guest lists. She was the go-to for who to call, where to go, and how to keep the cops away. The irony? Meghan's polished public image was a total 180 from her Toronto nightlife persona. One moment she was a glamorous actress on Suits, the next, queen of the city's underground party scene, balancing both worlds without missing a beat. Here's the big question. What happens when those two worlds collide? Stick around. You'll want to hear this. Now, the juicy part. Meghan Markle, the secret party planner, wasn't just throwing these events for fun. Sources say Prince Harry might have even attended one of these exclusive gatherings. That's right. Before the royal wedding and fairy tale romance, Harry was reportedly right in the middle of this high society, low-key party scene. Not exactly the kind of story you'd want splashed across the tabloids. Picture Prince Harry, blonde hair, that smile, and hanging out with people who don't exactly follow royal rules. Insiders say he didn't just fall for Meghan's charm, he fell into her world, a world where discretion is everything and the lifestyle definitely isn't in the royal handbook. But here's the kicker. What would the royal family have thought if they'd known this was the ultimate party foul? Curious how it all spiraled. Stay tuned. Let's rewind to 2011, before royal titles or Netflix deals. Meghan's Jamaican wedding to Trevor Engelson wasn't your typical beach ceremony. Insiders say Meghan rolled 100 joints for the guests. Yes, 100. And no, not your casual Sunday brunch kind. This was full-on keep the party going mode. What does this say about Meghan? Sources say it's a glimpse into the social scene she was already running, a mix of charm, secrecy, and a touch of excess. Was she trying to impress someone? Maybe. Because things are about to get even wilder. Alright, here's where it gets interesting. Meghan Markle, the woman of many faces. What if we told you she's a pro at switching gears depending on the crowd? Like superhero-level shapeshifting. In one world, she's the hardworking actress grinding on Suits. In another, the polished, royal wife of Prince Harry. But behind closed doors, sources say she has a side that could shock even her closest friends. Has Meghan truly reinvented herself? Or is she just masking her real self for the public? Drop your thoughts below. Picture this. Not the sweet, down-to-earth Duchess from interviews, but the Queen of Toronto nightlife, running high-energy, anything-goes parties. And the kicker! She flips between these worlds effortlessly. 1 minute the rising actress, the next, the secret party queen keeping everyone guessing. So, who's the real Meghan? Sources say she's a master storyteller. But what happens when those stories start to collide? Let's talk about Harry and Meghan, the couple who had the world swooning. But insiders say their relationship wasn't just fairy tales, it was built on carefully crafted secrets. Sure, we've seen the loving headlines, but what if their bond was more strategic than romantic? Sources say Meghan wasn't just Harry's wife, she was his key to freedom. Not the kind you'd expect, but a way out of the royal spotlight into a more low-key life. Meghan wasn't only the loving partner, she was his protector, managing his wild side and keeping late-night antics under wraps. She already knew how to keep things quiet, so who better to handle Harry's not-so-royal urges? They were partners in secrecy, each with their own version of the truth. But what happens when those secrets start slipping through the cracks?